Okay, there we go. Right. We've got Jack versus John. Jack with Return of the King, and John has Goblin Town.
Goblin
The
Town.
mission is assassination, so they're going to be marking down who's their assassin and who's their target. I believe the target cannot be the leader, and the assassin cannot be the leader as well in this scenario. Do you want to grab your match playbook out? Let's
I
have a
think it's
look.
hidden information, isn't it?
Yes. Also got secondaries here. We've got Headhunter for Jack, Guardian of the People, so keeping things alive and sniping out heroes and monsters, I believe. While John has Protection of Valor, keeping heroes alive and dominate the battlefield, that being controlling the quarters of the battlefield. So hopefully you guys um, haven't gotten too far away, and I think Kyle is still on the stream. You can hear us loud and clear.
Hello. And these double missions are so sick.
Hmm.
They are sausage levels of sick.
Yeah. All right. It looks like we have.
Yeah, it's hidden information. Secretly note down one of your heroes. I
And
may not be
thank you
your
for
leader.
the support there, Cully.
I may
Um,
not be your opponent's leader either.
yep, we've swapped out the table for this Elven board this time compared to the last table that being Dwarven themed. We've got this lovely painted and constructed Elven board made by the very own Adam Jenkinson, our TO here. And I believe they're going into the deployment very soon. All right. Anybody in the chat want to chime in and see what the odds are with Goblin Town versus? Want to chime in and see what the odds are for Return of the King and Goblin Town? What do you reckon? No?
I think it'll be very interesting. Up.
Hmm. You've got the courage wounding from one side,
Yeah,
and
with a
you've got
high defense on the other.
yeah, you've essentially got courage one
Oh yeah.
goblins across the board. I
Uh-oh.
don't think there's any courage boosters for John here with his Goblin Town and Spouter Queen, so it's going to be a struggle to charge things. Yeah, that's right, courage 2. Going down to the courage 1 with Harbinger.
Hit threes for everybody. Oh.
That's right.
Oh.
Even the Goblin King going down to, I think, courage 3 as well. So with strength 3, even normal troops are winning on 4s.
What's the what's the strength in a goblin too, right?
No, strength 3, but
So
fight 2.
sixes. Oh, this is like one of the few times that Army of the Dead has a higher fight value.
Yeah,
Oh no.
yeah, that's right. And I think what's going to be interesting is the Goblin King versus that Anduril. Now, Anduril is Elven made, so he won't be able to get bust through that. I think that's a 3-up wound ignore. Let's get a confirm on that Elven made. Let me just double check. I'm pretty sure it is.
Andoril.
Anduril,
Yeah,
yeah.
it is. Yeah.
So that's very deadly. 4 plus, possibly 3 plus to wound,
I think
ignoring his 3
we're all
plus.
forgetting Legolas with his self-made daggers.
Yeah, that's right. We've got the Elven made daggers as well from Legolas.
Imagine if his arrows are self-made. Hardcore.
All right, let's double check on that
In the Hobbit
Horcrux.
book. Oh, of course, I brought all my books. Eric is
I brought
ill,
literally all of this.
ill prepared. He's like, I brought everything, including you. I'm like, well, look, who am I to judge? That's it. Oh, no, that's a rules manual. Oh, Eric.
Okay, well, I'm pretty sure we can default to the expertise of Carly here, that it is
Yeah,
just
there you go.
Orca Sting and Glamdring, but just have a look so we can be 100%.
So what are you up to this afternoon, Kylie? You doing some hobby?
Uh, Alright, every time the Goblin King is wounded, roll a d6 on a 3 plus the wound is ignored. Magical powers, elven made weapons ignore this ability. So,
Big if true.
yeah. So it's elven weapons, straight up, not just Sting,
This would be a tough matchup.
Orcus, and Glamdring. Yeah, big change, and I think it's going to be big if Aragorn can get into the Goblin King. I think the other characters for John is also, very scary to face Aragorn or the King of the Dead. Now, what's going to be very key is the bat swarms and the existence of, I believe, Gollum. So the ring and bat swarms will be key
And
in
the scribe
reducing those,
floating around on this little Kiwi crane.
yeah, reducing the fight value. And yeah, we've got some, got the cheeky Goblin Scribe hiding in the corner.
Yeah, look, very interesting. I don't know if I'd say interesting choice of deployment, but
Yeah,
very close.
they straight up, they really want to get into combat real soon. Both sides don't really have shooting besides the Legolas, so I think it really benefits John to deploy fairly close up. Jack has
Legolas
opted
just
for
in the
aggressive
building,
deployment as well.
top there, hiding in the archway. Not sure if
Ah,
that's
is that
interactable terrain there.
Yeah, let's get a double check on the T with the TO.
Oh yeah.
Adam, are models okay moving through the little archways? Okay, we'll just no, I think yeah. All right,
Yeah.
let's just get a check. We just got to check, and the Elven building is not available for putting models inside.
It's too cool.
Yeah, Kylie made a really great point here. King of the Dead uh, will not be able to bust through just straight up. The Goblin King will get the save with the 3 plus for every wound to avoid the instant death. So
Cheeky spiders.
yeah, very cool.
Hello, here comes, here comes. Yeah, so there's for those playing at home, there's a spider
Mhm.
lurking right near my dwarf table, and I'm just like, I know it's going to end up inside my terrain, like without a doubt. I'm going to be packing it up, and I'm going to be like, get bitten, and I'll be like, avenge me, Frodo.
Yeah, yep. And Kylie has spotted. Yes, John does have spiders in his list. He's
And
allied in
bats.
yes, and warbats. He's allied in the Spider Queen from Dark Denizens of Mirkwood. He's taken a couple of Mirkwood spiders and some bat swarms. Yes, yes. The spiders are really big here with the paralyze.
Hmm. I think it's only 24 warriors are dead. 24 models in the.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Pretty stat, but I mean, I was gonna say pretty static, but
Mhm.
not many different ways you can run that army. Yeah, it's kind of like one of three. I don't think there's a herald.
From memory, there is a herald.
Yeah, I think from
Yeah,
memory you're right.
yeah.
Already struggling with all the terrain. Oh
So did we
no.
get a ruling on whether they can use the thing?
Uh, yeah.
Right. Interesting. Okay. Well, it looks like the building is free for use, and both sides have opted to deploy some units in there as well. Yeah, I agree. The game is going to be definitely very spicy.
Yeah. Look, I don't know who I'd like to put money on. I kind of not picked the side really. I've just been like, I'm gonna pick. You know what? Whoever I pick tends to lose, so maybe
Yeah.
we should do the opposite. Who I would
Well,
pick.
no, well, I think I picked Goblin Town last time while he was playing on the other table,
Yep.
and I'm unlike you. I'm a true dwarf, and I'm going to stick to my guns and never waver. So Goblin Town it is.
All right. I'm gonna go. Oh, banana. Yeah. Look, I'll be honest. There's the COVID handshake to
Yep,
kick the game off, but to be very fair, first priority of the game, we
yep,
have a tie.
yep. Reroll.
One. Uh oh. Oh,
Ah
one
ha
again. Oh,
ha!
double tie.
Destiny. And it's a
Oh,
6.
fat six.
Ooh.
Three
Alright,
goes to
priority.
Army of the Dead.
Goes the Army Dead.
Jack. Jack, gonna grab the priority token. Yeah. Slide it. Just slide it.
You need to show him.
Ah,
You
hold
need...
it.
Alright, there we go. Priority token protocols have been established.
Every time I say that priority token, I'm like, oh, it's just
It's just
ever so
always a little
slightly
bit
off,
off.
and I'm like, oh.
Look, one of these
Now
days
it's
we'll have a
getting
little like
no, it's just getting
widget.
cropped off the top there above
Yeah,
the screen. I'm like, oh,
yeah,
come on,
that's right.
man.
Look, obviously, I think that digital version was probably the best approach going forward, but this is what we got.
You're like a spinning dwarf head.
Yeah, I think. Oh, Carly made a really good point here. Legolas as the assassin, with Scribe as the target. Look, Scribe being the target's
Yeah,
probably
I
the
think
most obvious
John
for me.
John pointed that out
Mm,
in the pre-game. He's like, oh, you've got Legolas, like this is gonna be tough.
mm,
Um, and you know what? It makes sense.
yes, yeah. One to Bamari. Yep, the tournament is 750 points. Um, Standard
Articon
format.
standard, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah, we are playing on 4x4s as
Not sure if
again.
this tournament counts for any league points for
No, so I
Articon.
do believe Articon was cancelled for next year in the UK, so I don't think this will be a league uh, format of any type. But having said that, being in New South Wales, we did come out of COVID lockdown relatively early, and we're lucky enough to be playing games as well.
Yeah, my favourite reason why it's the NSW,
Mm.
Little Strategy Better Game Masters Tournament, and not the Australian one, is we could say Victoria failed to qualify. I mean, we could go that road and be
With
like, well,
spicy
look, you know,
coughs.
nobody from Victoria happened to qualify. Whether or not that's due to a spicy cough, you know, that's
Hmm.
up for debate. But you know, I also like the fact that we had a heat in Canberra.
Hmm.
I don't know if anyone from Canberra is here, but
Oh no, I do believe Jonathan actually
oh, well,
qualified
there we
from the
go.
Canberra Heat. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
so we do have Canberrans here,
Yes.
but
Yes, we've
but
got Jonathan with the second placing there, and on another table where the dwarf tables actually been moved, we have the Dan with the Isengard, Dan the Man Saruman, and we've got Jonathan playing his Azog's Legion. So it's going to be again be a very uh, high action, high octane game happening on the side.
it's going to be 100% sausage. Be so
Yeah,
sick.
that's right.
I think Jonathan's army looks great from here as well. You can just see
Yeah, it's awesome.
all these wild riders just
Yeah,
bounding over the
Hunter
map.
Rocks and
Yeah,
all that.
it looks sick.
That's right.
And I think Bulk's in that list, right?
Yeah.
Gross. Delightfully gross.
All right. So John is contemplating some moves here.
Need like some light elevator music as you do this. Let me think about what to do. Are you gonna have some like proper like?
No, I think you gotta do some some Frank Sinatra or something like that. All right, he's measuring the spiders. I think the spider flank force is going to be the biggest
Are
component
they
here.
spiders or spices?
Oh, spicy
They are
spiders.
going to spice up the game a fair bit.
Mm, all right. Yep, we'll take that feedback under advisement, Carly.
Yeah, we will
But
soundboard that. I'm
we will
sure we can get some
soundboard
free.
some elevated music.
Can have that in between games, you know, just like please wait while we can
Yeah.
just have a photo of
Please
Frodo.
wait while we readjust the dice tray.
Yeah.
All right, I think Jack is exclaiming in delight that he is higher fight.
You know what army I'd love to see? Like two armies fight it out at Masters. I
Hmm.
want to see Hobbits versus Goblin Town.
That would be a very fun and devastating matchup for
Yeah,
hobbits. I think
like
hobbits would just get hurled. Well, the thing is, Goblin Town with no monsters, great.
yeah, right. Yeah.
But Goblin Town with monsters, uh-oh, we're
Like
in trouble.
oh no, it's the here comes the Goblin King. Throw some rocks. Ah!
That's right. Yeah. Hobbits crush the goblins. Okay, there you go.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Throwstones OP. All right.
I can just
All right. Take it
imagine.
back. I'll defer to you.
Yeah, literally buried by 1,000 pebbles.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, I was just kind of thinking of like the hurl potential of a single hobbit. How many hobbits can you slay with a single hobbit being
Any
hurled? Oh, geez,
heaps.
heaps.
Uh, I thoroughly enjoyed when when we're like just tooling around and we're like, oh, Mordor Troll Chieftain has heroic strength. How far can it hurl someone?
Yeah.
Oh, how far?
Oh, so far. All right. Jack has opted to go straight into combat and form his rank of terror-causing models. Oh, he's having some slidey model syndrome on that hill there.
Interesting. Flying on the Terror. Play.
Hmm.
Charge. Fighters are probably a turn or two away from getting in.
I don't know. Good point there, Paddy. Let's double check that.
I have no idea. Oh, the rulebook's bin. Where'd you put it? Had one job chug.
I think I gave it back to you. No, no,
I don't think you did, Chief.
no.
Not return the book to me. Eric has now lost my rulebook.
No, I gave it to you and you put it all the way there. I would like to state for the stream that I was yet again correct.
You were most certainly not. Not allow this to stand. That's it. Okay, now I've got that Lonely Mountain theme stuck in my head.
Yeah, we should get some royalty-free music that we can play in the background. Yet again, we're dropping a little bit of frames, much better than last session, but hopefully it'll stay strong.
I don't know if a hurl at 9 inches is a hurl anymore. Maybe it's like a yeet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think it's probably a yeet.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's like see ya.
yeah, a brutal power yeet.
Yeah. That could be something you could get on a soundboard as like the bowling ball noise. It's like, oh, here comes a hurl.
Yeah, yeah.
We've established that very much that Eric and I are a bit of like that Family Guy episode with the where Brian has his own radio show and then he has Stewie come on as like the dog and the baby,
Hmm.
and Eric is basically Brian trying to keep the stream serious and like hello and welcome to WSFM. Where I'm just like let's play toilet noises.
Look, I will rue the day that we get a soundboard because I'm pretty sure Scout is gonna ruin
It's
it.
it's 100% just going to be all these like every single line in Kuzdorf from The Hobbit.
Yeah,
just pushing it.
yeah. All right, now we're into John's movement phase. He managed to pass a couple of courage tests to get a cheeky charge on that top flank there. Now, one thing that will be really important is he has the Chittering Horde rule, so essentially all the goblins have spear support. So only half his goblins really need to make it into combat.
Yeah, we'll cut live into the audio once the combat phase starts to see what they say as they go through their fights, and we'll commentate over it. They're just currently working out where their spear supports will go, or rather, John's working out where his spear supports will go and agreeing with his opponent. Well, I think we may have just lost video here. You must maintain faith.
All right, hopefully the stream didn't die there, but on our end it died. All right, we're back on. Stream should be doing okay. Oh, Goblin King is
Bouncing in.
yes, is Goblin King just charged straight in. Now, Goblin King has a very cheeky rule. He can actually charge over his own models. Um, and basically, if he charges through them, they take a strength 3 hit. If the Goblin King actually lands on his own models, they actually are slain outright. So that's actually really scary, getting the Goblin King into really weird spots where you would normally be able to see like a big monster or hero monster in the line.
I really like how you refer to it as being cheeky.
Hmm.
Because to me, like I just think, oh, those cheats clap. And it just sits with some
Ah,
goblins.
clapping cheeks.
Yeah.
All right there, Scotty.
It's just like, please don't use that terminology with him.
Okay, now I think what's very important is to really see where Goblin is sitting. Golem is sitting. All right, our internet connection is tanking it pretty hard here. All right, fingers crossed we are staying strong.
What's always great to see is the different measuring styles that we have of all the different players.
Mm,
Everyone kind of seems to take their own different spin on how to measure their models. And I'm a big fan of Coleman's reverse measure, where he
hmm
measures from 0 and then snaps the tape measure in the middle.
hmm
Get a nice like rolling,
Yeah.
I guess, range. I'm a very traditional measurer. I like to measure over the top.
hmm
I don't know how you measure. Probably by your eyeballs. Just like this is
Yeah.
exactly
Using
6.1
using
inch.
my precision laser.
Yeah, hones in.
Hopefully we get this stream to stabilize. But thank you for the follows, guys. Hopefully we'll be bringing you more content like this in the future. Hopefully with more stable internet. I think for those who weren't here in the beginning, um, we're out in the middle of Cathay. In
About an hour's drive from Sydney.
Yeah, so out here it's as Scott likes to put it, God's country, and for
It is
those,
very nice out here, but
yeah,
it is very much the country. Like, wow, there are more than 2 trees within like 2 meters. Like, I've never seen this before.
that's right, yeah, um, and it is extremely warm.
Yeah, look, it's not as hot as the few days we've had in Sydney. So for those from overseas, it's probably about maybe 98 Fahrenheit,
Hmm.
and about 30 degrees here today. Wonderful Sydney.
All right, so it looks like he's brought in one goblin onto the
Stream,
board.
I think the stream might be having some graphical issues there.
Yeah,
Our bitrate is not going very well.
yeah,
Do you want me to hotspot my phone and you put your phone on
yeah. If we
other
can,
snaps?
all right, we might be switching
Let me
to
just
mobile hotspot. See if it's
give
going
me
to
two
help.
secs. Let me actually check if I have data to spare because my phone renews on the 15th, I think.
So renews on the 15th.
Oh, yeah, I got heaps. Alright.
All right, we're going to be switching to good old 4G. All right, we're just setting up the mobile hotspot there.
On device detected. Working?
I think we're almost back
Check
online.
just check with the web
No,
page.
no. Yeah. All right, we're back. We're back online, guys, and we're streaming live and strong with 2K bitrate. Yes, there we go.
Unlimited
Ah,
power.
all right, all right. We're on the
Let's
we're
see.
on the mobile.
We're on my hotspot. Do you have
Yep,
a charger by
yep, we
chance?
do.
Oh, legendary. Now I can.
All right, we're back online, and we shouldn't get many drop frames with this one.
All right, team.
All right, all right. Let's dial into their audio and see how the combat phase is going.
Yes, so he will we'll do that on it. Okay. See chart. Number 5. 5. Very well. Going to 5 again. Cool. I'll go my 3. I'm just going to PS with all 3 because defense doesn't matter. No, that one I'm fine.
Green dice, of course, being for Goblin Town. The fellowship dice are for the Army of the Dead.
Because you strikes double. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. So you're going to kill 2. Yeah. Yeah. So which ones? We'll build this one. Yeah. 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 That's fine.
Now, it's always interesting when people roll all their double strike dice all at once.
Are they right in it?
Can lead to
Yes.
some confusion about how to correctly remove models. Of course, it'll say that you roll them at a time, or ideally you roll them in pairs, because you never know which of the 4 dice you might roll might be fail to wound.
Oh, they have to be within 6 of this. Will do the. What is this one? 2 on 2.
Oh, Coleman's playing Alexa, hardcore.
Entering. 2 on 2. So all those 2 on 6. Off you go. Sorry. Yep, those 2. Which ones? Oh, those 2. Yeah, I guess those 2. Yeah, sweet. 6. Jesus Christ, dude. We're not bothering at the moment. Yeah.
So that bone ring count move quite 1, 2, 2.
All right.
Now we'll do this one on 2. You do? Yep.
Let's show me those 6s, Jack.
It's a 1 this time. Not 1. 2, was it? Yeah.
All right, great.
Thank you.
I think our viewer count is bugged a bit, so I can't quite tell how many people. Oh, there you go. There's all 12 of you. Great. It looks like we're back. We're back, guys.
No, and the other guy will need 6s followed by 4.
Goblins want to fight against the Undead, needing 6 by 4s. That is
That's
a tall order.
Yeah. What's going to be cool is to see John basically going always piercing strike with his pixes, the pix anyway. Yeah.
Make good sense to do.
Yeah. It's only defense 3. It's only ever going to get to 3s to win anyway.
Well, we're not encouraged, so. I mean, when last time I played Army of the Dead, I was with my dwarves, so I literally said to my opponent, I'm just going to always piercing strike, even when I don't need to, I'm just going to do it anyway.
Unbelievable.
It was huge. Do you know why? Because I turned around and one-shot Aragon. I was just like, 3s! Go Durin.
Ooh. Oh, we got the Goblin King fight. He does have access
Is
to
he going
his
to clap those
throws.
cheeks?
Yeah, is he gonna do his cheeky brutal power attacks?
Clap.
Oh, that's a 6 high. Oh, that's a bit of a flop.
Yeah, huge. Question, does he get back or jump over his own models when he backs away? I don't think so.
Well, if he can't back away from his own models, that's trapped.
Yes.
Yes.
Is that Aragorn in combat with him?
Yeah.
Looks like the king's over there. I see a herald.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so if you can't back away, that's a classic trapped.
Uh-oh, spaghetti-o.
Yeah, I do believe was that a shield or something? So no win rolls were made. Um, Oh, okay. It looks like Goblin King has
Burnt
burnt
right there.
might there to win the fight, to prevent the traps.
Trapped up against the wall, yeah.
Yeah. All right. He's spending.
Big burn though.
Yeah.
Burn.
All right. All right. Goblin King
King
is.
burnt all his might.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't probably say that's the key play there to keep him staying in the game.
Yeah, probably
Mm.
only play he had
hmm
Goblin King being
Yeah. All right. Priority goes to John.
going to Eagle.
Yep. Free might called with Aragon.
What a great
And
resource. Free might.
yeah,
Ridiculous.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Don't even need to roll
Don't even
like AL de Jong.
Ugh, let's not talk about how good that model could be. Or even Helm Hammerhand, how sick that would have been. But
Well, Helm Hammerhand is Mighty Hero,
it
I
was 4
believe.
plus.
I think it's complete Mighty Hero if it's in the
Oh, if
Legendary
it's in the
Legion.
Legion.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
yeah. You know who is 4 plus? Dane.
Master Battle.
It's ridiculous.
Well, what should he be?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. You know, I'd totally give up Master Battle on my Iron Heels if I could take some other heroes.
Yeah.
As in, not Erebor clan ones, perhaps, but like Eric, Dwarf Captain, that sort of thing.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, so he's called the heroic move, which is interesting. He does want to use that move to get better positioning. Um, his other option was just basically, allow John to take the turn and then see how many charges go off. All right, we've got a rules clarification here. All right, Paddy has thrown direct shade at you, Scott. Don't need Master of Battle when you've got 14 might. What do you say to that?
User has been banned from the channel.
All right, let's dial into the play audio here.
And I will move now into that. And it's not king is going to go in here. And he's done that. Oh, so I can go here. And there.
All right, so he's carefully choosing his charge targets. We still have that big block of spiders on that top flank there, closing in. So it's going to be interesting to see how long John's bottom flank can hold. 20
And
plus. Ouch.
I wish I could get like,
20 plus.
more than 10 might would be nice.
I don't think I've ever played a list that had more than 10 might in my
No.
repertoire anyway.
We've been discussing how much might is too might. How much might do you guys think is too much?
Yeah, what
like
do you reckon?
in a generic army, let's just say for example, if your opponent was like, "Oh, I have this much might," you'd be like, "Oh man, this is gonna like this. That's too much."
Well, it really depends on the list. Like if it's all heroes, then might is really what drives the army.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So,
was just curious at what people think is like when you hear it, you're like, "Oh, that's so much might." Like,
yeah.
oh no.
I think for me, it's probably around the 15 mark. As soon as someone says 15 might, I'm just like, ooh.
I did get a little salty to Paddy because I made a couple of mistakes and I couldn't do anything because he's just like, "I'm gonna burn 5 might," and I'm like, "Ah, I
Oh,
can't even match that."
I definitely agree with you there, Death 1942. Also an Easterling player, and 8 might is too much already.
Yeah. get ready
However,
because Eastlings are just like, oh, check out that new hero blister pack, and it's like 35 points for 3 months. And you're gonna be like, oh no. It's just like it's the Dragon Priest, and it's like some chick Dragon Priest, and she's like, yeah, shoots magic and has 3 months, 35 points. And you're like, oh no.
yeah. Um, however, technically, Eastlings is, especially if you run Amdur or Dragon Knights,
Yeah, true.
you do get the the might generation from some hero assassinations. Yep, Dale with Alfred is you can get infinite might technically with the strength and will and whatever the Alfred thing does.
Yeah, I think that's probably the key
Yeah, of
there
course,
is
yeah.
what you're up against, right? Like 24 might, 8 models. Yeah, sure. It's like
Tw-
Thorin's company style.
24 might 30 plus models. Oh no,
Uh,
something's wrong.
do you know what I'd feel like playing if I was playing against this? This is what Jiren felt. Be strong for Jiren. It's just like it's a Barrock.
Be strong for Durin.
Yeah. Be strong for Jiren. Yeah, one of the things I'd really like to see actually is heroic challenge. Spread around a little bit to
Yeah.
some of the other heroes, particularly like things like, just for example, like the King's Champion out of Khazad-dûm. That'd be cool if you had challenge, and just because of the Myra store, and that's always really awesome. Nice way to like kind of spin the game.
All right. It looks like some of the Mirkwood spiders are now currently charging in, throwing their little spittle.
Yeah, I agree with that. Um, but I think it's cool. It would be cool to see more of challenge to be used, like
Hmm.
more reason to use it, and
Yeah,
um,
it's a tricky one to balance because if you make it too strong, it becomes this, great shutdown tool, I suppose, or too good of a shutdown tool.
yeah. In the same vein, I do like the idea of key models having it
Hmm.
challenge enemy heroes. Like the
Hmm.
problem is, I think with challenge, a lot of it is on uh, models that are too high a tier to really use it. If you think for me, in dwarves, most of the dwarves that have a legendary, here's a legend, sorry, unless you do Erebor reclaims. So it's a little tricky to kind of get the most out of it.
Yeah. All right. So the spiders have completely swung around. I do believe the spider has got into Legolas, who's hiding in that little tower there.
I wonder if they'll use the play rules.
Oh, yeah, good point. I mean, doorways are technically a barrier.
Yes.
Yeah, or archways, I
It is
suppose.
nothing but doors.
Well, that one specifically, I would argue, as a doorway. But
Yeah.
there
Okay. Yeah.
you've got
Yeah.
archways. They're pretty big.
Could you imagine like if that was in actual? It's like it's a doorway. It's like it's an archway.
Yeah.
If I can walk through it, it's an archway. Well, what's this? It doesn't have a door. Oh, that's a doorway.
That's right.
A heroic challenge, I think, is really cool.
Hmm.
Be interesting if it actually had a range on it as well, like a 3-inch range.
Yeah, you can like pull heroes out of line.
Yeah, or like almost like a compel. Like
Mm.
you could challenge people into combat with you if
Yeah.
they accepted.
Yep. Yeah. Could be cool.
Yeah. And if
Again,
they decline, then they lose all their active rules.
yeah, possible.
Could be cool.
Hmm.
I think that's the name.
Could be cool.
Yeah, could be cool, right?
Yeah, that could be a name of a podcast. Just could be cool.
Yeah, yeah. Wouldn't it be cool if? Thanks for listening to my TED talk.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see what else John is going to be doing here.
I don't think we ever really touched on what we thought might be released in the live stream tonight. Hey, it
Oh yeah.
alluded to Middle Earth Strategy Battle Game getting something.
Yeah.
It's the first time I think had one of these weekend like reveal streams with Middle Earth SBG in
In
the
the title.
title.
Yeah.
Uh,
So
I don't know if that's entirely true. I seem to think maybe we had a plastic AME drop in one of
last
the
time,
early ones.
yeah. So hopefully, I'm betting on a book. I really hope that it is a book this time. It's a big book as well, because Quest of the Ringbearer is considered the
A
baby
little
book.
book, yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be unsurprised if we saw the rumored Anarian.
Yeah, that would be a pretty big release, especially
Yeah,
alongside a
second
Last
age.
Alliance book.
Yeah.
Okay.
Most certainly. I mean, for those who don't know what we're referencing with the rumored Anarian, I think it's in the normal armies of Middle Earth book. Under Numenor,
hmm
there's like an asterisk reference to uh, there's a reference to Anarian. And to address your question, Paddy, why would they release it before the new Amazon series? So a bit of my background, I work in marketing, so I have a little bit of knowledge around like IP law and managing trademarks. Um, it's possible that one of the reasons why if this is just all speculation here, and there's all good speculation is, but you need to use a trademark to uh, renew it. Like you need to show that you're using it to renew it, or to bridge it, or to even just retain it. So uh, they could be deliberately doing a second aged or last alliance theme product release to kind of say, well, we already own the trademark that covers this from the new line cinema model range, and with the toggling estate, they're like, well, these guys are already using it actively. We might not assign it to someone else. So that's a possibility. Though my hope would be a war in the north. I'd really like to see. I know like Iron Hills don't need a legendary legion. I'd just like to see one where I could take Rangers and Iron Guard, perhaps. Kind of even reminiscence of the old uh, themed Hazard Doom list that we saw for old man Dan on foot with Iron Guard, Rangers, and Warriors, like that sort of thing, mixed into the Iron Hills range. And War in the North would also give you the option for Easterlings to have a legendary legion, which would be really nice.
All right. Going back into the game, it looks like John has pushed up north with his spiders, and he's formed a little bit of a charge lane formation with those goblins there. Check it out. It's very cool. So kind of brace for the Army of the Dead and preventing any of the Army of the Dead heroes getting to those spiders. All right.
Jack's pulling out into those.
Yeah, into that little
Um,
little point there.
Interesting.
Hmm. Well,
What
you've
does
got the
that carry?
Goblin King sitting there as well, so that's a big sort of like strong position that John's created for himself in that north side of the board. Yes, I would agree, Carly. That's a really cool play to see unfold. And he's also cut off Legolas that's inside the building. Uh, and
Fighting
he's
a
got a,
spider in the doorway.
yes, exactly. So yeah, he's kind of separated.
Uh, Aragorn is on the middle of the hill, on the bottom, I guess the bottom middle half of that hill.
hmm
Kind of, I don't know, we can't highlight the screen, but if you were to look where John's hand is at the moment, it's just under there. But I think, was that Grinner who's done a little swapsy there?
Yep. Yeah. So Aragorn's kind of stuck in that hill fighting goblins.
Fighting, so I think it's Grinner, right? That lets him swap models
Yeah,
and then
that's right.
bounce right out there and put in a little goblin. So
Yep.
nice. And Aragorn's also uses free might, so he's now
Having
unable to kind of push himself out of these weird spots.
yep. It's always good to see when people take up a charge lane formation like that. Gives me the feels.
Yeah,
Yeah,
love charge lanes.
yeah.
I always feel like such a baller whenever I receive a cavalry charge on my dwarves. It's like all these little like angry dwarves just come like 3-inch charges. I'm like, yeah, coming out, chopping stuff. Oh,
Yeah.
so hot.
not quite. The Goblin needed a 6 to win that fight. Unlikely that, uh, as unlikely that would be.
Trying to calculate how much
What
data
the-
I'll have at the end of this.
Yeah, how is it? What's our usage per hour, do you think?
2 megabyte a second.
Right. So what's that?
Lots. Might need to use your hotspot at some point.
Yeah, sure. So we're looking at what, 3-4 gigs an hour?
Nah, it's more than that.
It's
Megabyte
one
every 3 seconds.
every 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Right. So how many is that a minute?
Lots. I'm like, where's the calculator? What did I say? 3 megabytes. 10 gigs an hour.
I thought you said 1 meg per 3 seconds.
Oh yeah, so
Yeah.
3 gigs an hour. Yeah.
Yes.
There you go.
So I was correct.
No.
Yeah. We'll just say 4.
Ah. Are they the Army of the Dead dice?
No, those are the Aeronautica. I think the dice cam light is actually off. That's why it's a little bit dim at the moment.
Have a
Yep. There we go. All right, we have light. That's much better.
chairs are like school chairs. Like, I kind of like
Yes.
lean back into them really hard.
Very much. They're not just school chairs. They're crispy, sun-baked school chairs.
Just like my childhood.
We've got Dan in the corner there, just absolutely sweating it out.
Let's chime into the stream here just because they're sorting out a couple of fights that
Yeah.
look like they're good.
Flat 6 from Sky. No, and the other guy will need 6s and.
So that's all done. So we're on Goblin here.
Yeah, Goblin King.
You guys see a lot of the stuff already has gone sold out for the made to order.
Mm-hmm.
The stuff's already sold out.
Oh, really?
Emily went out in like 20 minutes, if that.
Yeah. Well, again,
Landon
that
on horse.
shows the power of the Middle Earth strategy battle game community. We really want some models.
Yeah. Well, what do you expect? We're all like pushing 30 and we're all like, we have jobs now.
Yeah, we want models, even if they're old.
Yeah. Hey, you know, maybe we'll just be like, new starter set, new edition.
Oh, look, you say too much. Don't tempt me, Scotty. Scotto.
Keep your fork tongue behind your teeth.
Just a reminder of looking for 3. Of course, I don't roll.
Fishing for 3s to kill.
So I'll use. If I use yeah, he's got 1. Oh, 1 point. So I'll use 1 point of back. No, so he still takes 2 minutes.
Going through, I'm not sure on what that was. I think maybe on the
That was
G
on
unit.
that's on the Goblin King,
Oh.
because of his wound saves.
Do you think should he just be Goblin King, or should he be like
G
Big
King.
G, yeah, or G Money?
King G. Alright, Sandalish reckons there might be a new starter set. Look, I think we are due for a new starter set, to be honest. Pelennor Fields is...
2 years.
Yeah, it's been 2 years since
Yeah,
we've
well,
been having that.
the Games Workshop's starter set cycle is normally 3 to 4.
That's true.
So,
Or maybe a new box set in general.
I mean, as tight as the Lord of the Rings rule set is,
Nice.
the FAQs and director's commentary is probably getting a little bit expansive.
Yeah.
Might not be too much of a stretch to have like a 1.5 where they just roll the FAQs into the rulebook.
Because he's coach 3.
Yeah.
And he's strength 4. Strength 4, see, down 2. Yeah. So we'll do it.
All right, then we go through.
I will tuck the fate, because otherwise he's dead. Yeah. No, and great ones.
Oh, Mount of Gilgalad. You know, I think that makes a lot of sense for Mount of Gilgalad, considering how
Yeah,
wildly popular the unreleased miniatures one has been.
yeah,
There's a lot of missed out model sales there.
yeah, and it's one of those most taken profiles in the Rivendell list is Mounted Gilgalad with his shield, so maybe we'll see all three.
Mounted Elendil.
Yep, easily. Yeah, maybe.
Numenorians. You know what would be so sick? Here's some wish listing. Imagine Numenorians, right? But more of them. You're like, what? What?
Yeah, new elves and new Numenorians would be ideal. They are the first release.
You know, it wouldn't unsurprise me if they did new Numenorian style models. That they may end up in the Arnor army list as well.
I got one more body in. How the fuck did I manage that? sorry language.
Swearing is fine.
Oh, okay.
We are all adults.
We are all adults here.
Apparently. Don't know about you, but certainly me.
Just go 1-1.
Yeah, those Arnor sculpts. You know, it's funny. I think most people have a soft spot for Arnor.
Yeah,
I think it's cool.
yeah. Their story is just so iconic and desperate that really drives the imagination of all the themes that you can run in an Arnold army.
Well, yeah, it's also kind of like a bit of an Aesop's fable almost. Like you hear about Arveduin, he's like in the Bay of Fornos, and I think it was Foreshell, sorry, and I think it was go down. It's like don't go sailing, and he's like no, and then
And he just drowns in the ice. All right, Jack has one priority here. So how will he respond with this northern aggression in that bit there?
And it's like, no, you didn't touch it.
All right, he's going to be pondering his move phase. Let's get some more comments in the chat. Will they stray away from their focus on mainstream Lord of the Rings movie stuff, or for new updates and sculpts?
I think it comes down to how they're setting up or how they're going to licensing deal with Amazon. It could be that they're preparing to bridge across into Amazon TV series.
Yeah. Well, it was very surprising to see when they did the Dunlin release that they actually were allowed to make up, a couple of new profiles.
I mean, it's not uncommon. There are a fair few, I guess, mythical profiles that we don't normally have. And they've got models for them, so they like that. Imagine if they did a Baby Gimli, because he's in the movies, right? Baby Gimli's in the movie. It's like,
Gimli.
who's this? Is this your wife? That's me. We laughed at Gimli when Twon gets captured by the elves.
Yeah. I totally agree with that. More female models.
More female models would be really nice.
Yeah, especially in the more sort of rangery roles as well. Like one of the things that I always thought would be a really cool theme is to see Dunedain with some of the female rangers mixed in as well, because you would think, a dying race, they need to kind of like patrol this vast land. They would, not all the females would be stuck at home in this idyllic world of Tolkien.
Well, I mean, there's plenty of references in Tolkien's world about female warriors. I mean, Eowyn, great example.
Yeah. And especially in the elven armies as well.
Yeah.
Female warriors are quite quite prevalent.
I'd actually love to see a Barithial. That'll
Oh
be
yeah,
so sick.
yeah, yeah, definitely. That would be very cool. Like a maybe like a character series. Her going into, what is it, Angband?
Yeah, and just have
Uh,
like Black Numenorians, and like you can
mm,
take what like
yeah.
Gondorian troops, but they're now an evil army, that sort of thing.
Oh yes. Oh, Berithia, as in the cat lady.
Yeah.
I thought you meant Luthien, the
No, no,
fair
no,
elven
not
maiden,
Beren and Luthien.
the absolute opposite of cat lady. Yes,
Yeah,
shield maiden for Rohan.
yeah, that'd
That
be
would be
cool.
so cool.
That would.
Yeah, and I think there was a conversion where someone bought, I think, 6 Dernhelms to make shield maidens for Rohan,
That's cool.
and it looked awesome. But I don't think that's a conversion project anyone can
You
just do
know,
on a whim.
to be fair, I think you know, coming back to something I just said earlier, that we're all pushing our 30s. You know,
Mm.
we're all like, we're all employed now. So when we haven't had new models in so long, we're just
Mhm.
like, $400 on like 6 models. Like, yeah, sign me up, chief. Like, here, have some money. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, that was me in my Iron Hills. I had Khazad-dûm for the last 15 years. It's like, I've spent $20 in the last like 2 years. Let me go buy an Iron Hills army.
All right. It looks like it's flipped over to John's move phase. He's disengaged the Goblin King, actually running away from Aragorn. I think that is a really key move.
Yeah, a lot of those goblins,
In
not
that,
many left, hey.
no, not many left in that bottom side, but I think John is very close to achieving a lot of his objectives here. He's actually gotten he's very much very close to getting to dominate the battlefield because he's using the scribes to come onto the different sides of the board edge. Um, so that's very interesting to see. Yep, he's going for that leftmost side
Okay, going to
border.
secure secondaries there. So for those who aren't familiar with how the secondaries work for Masters, uh, we've basically picked up some 40k mission objectives. So protection of the Valar is keep 3 of your heroes alive at the end of the game. I think what Headhunter is kill the enemy leader, right?
Kill enemy heroes and monsters, I think.
Yep. Guardian People is what keeps 60% of your army alive.
Hmm.
And dominate the battlefield is table quarters. Control, have more models in each table quarter than your opponent to score, and you can score up to 3 VP for each of these.
Yeah, and look at
Uh,
that. He's gone for the full disengage. Very cool. And he's basically spreading out and stringing out the army of the dead, forcing them to turn and face that northern side. All right, he's trying to lock some army of the dead down. Ooh, that's a big fail.
how we're going for timing, might need to give them time warning. Message Adam when you started. Oh, Eric.
All right, we've just got a bit over an
Checking
hour.
the time there, yeah. So it looks like it's an hour 15 left.
Yep.
in here. We sound like some decent plays going on. Jack just trying to get some traps, so we'll cut in live here. Going on.
Down. One each. Let's go for the wild. Big pause. Kill the wild. Now defense on your boy. Doesn't matter. Go wild. I don't mind.
Okay, lots of thinking from Jack here. He's swung around his line, and he's gone straight into the goblins on that north flank, but nowhere near the Goblin King.
For your Thron Rider test, you can't write it. Any might? No, because I'm pretty sure you can't.
It might not.
There's a list of the stuff you can write.
Yeah.
I remember with Colvin, we had this little discussion about it.
Had a quick rule come in from another table,
Mhm.
whether or not you can write Thron Rider tests. But we're just
Yeah, let's
gonna
have a
fight
look.
here with the BRB.
Okay, so that's those. You're left. Sorry, that's you. So let's go for this front guy. Yeah, sorry. Okay, sure. That's good. Yeah, down. Pause. Oh. Okay, 2 shots.
Dan.
Yeah, you can. Okay.
So, yep, just got to confirm you can, might, any test roll. So, courage test, throw rider test,
Yeah,
swim test.
any test.
Yeah, that's right.
Ending the game test.
I don't think that's a test roll. All right, the spiders are pushing.
Spider Queen up there on
Actually, ooh,
Legolas.
yeah, that's 2 points of. Yeah, Spider Queen's gonna burn a lot of will if she wants to make this charge. I think she will. All right, very interesting. It's a bit risky to use up all that will to make that charge. Because she does have survival instincts, I believe. Let's double check.
You know, the Amazon TV series, that's over in New Zealand, isn't it?
Yeah,
Filming.
I believe that's been shot in New Zealand.
Yeah, well, that's over there.
From what I understand, season 1 has already wrapped up principal photography. So I think they're just up
They're
for
already greenlit
reshoots.
for another season, are they?
Yeah, that's right. Oh no, she does not have survival instincts. Very cool. So yeah, she doesn't need to really keep her will around other than to spawn little spider babies.
Duck.
Spider baby.
Duck.
Of which I haven't yet seen yet, so I guess it makes sense in this case to save his will for the key charges.
Always interesting to see, you know, when you have models that can spawn things, it's like, well, how many do you keep around? How many bases are enough do you need?
Yeah. Well, speaking of spawning,
Uh-oh.
Goblin Scribe is about to be. Oh wait, no, this isn't Goblin Scribe. This is the Goblin Mercenaries. Oh, I forgot about this.
Big brain plays.
Yeah, so John has Goblin Captain and 8 Goblin Mercenaries in the bank, and we completely
Where will
missed
they
that play.
appear?
So he's actually going to appear it right in that terrain piece. Very cool, and completely forming a new shield wall, or goblin wall essentially, completely blocking off everyone, all the army of Zed in that center from pushing towards the Goblin King. Absolute, very cool play.
Reinforcements have arrived. Will it stem the tide?
So I believe the.
I see the army of the dead pile, and there is one warrior of the dead in it.
Yeah, well, I mean, again, this is assassination. Those warriors don't necessarily need to die. He just needs to get his target.
True. So out of the 4 that he has there,
Mhm.
the herald The King of the Dead,
Legolas,
Legolas, and
Aragorn.
Aragorn.
Well, Aragorn can't be the target because he's the leader. It's unlikely he'll choose King of the Dead or the Herald, so it's probably Legolas. And I
Why would
think
you say it's unlikely? I'd probably pick the King, to be
Legolas is
honest,
the
with one
easiest
fate.
one to kill.
If you get over there.
Well, he did get over there 2 turns ago.
Yeah, but Legolas is not dead yet.
That's true. So we'll have to find out.
But I don't see Legolas fighting on the table.
I think he's dead, man.
Oh yeah, he dead.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
As and I think
Part of the dead pile.
as expected.
As
Does.
it should be.
Yes.
Only good elf is a dead elf.
No, that's not what I meant, but
But it is what I
okay.
meant.
Okay.
Imagine being an elf.
Well, we are playing on an Elven board, so
Elves
uh,
icky.
yeah. Again, just to point out, the Elven board is made by Adam Jenkinson.
It's actually a cool piece of terrain.
Yeah,
Make no
very much
mistake.
so. And I believe those hills are designed to be a little bit more like modular or something like that. So
They've got flat tops.
yeah,
Really.
yeah. So it's
part
very
of what it is.
gameable.
Yeah. They're pretty steep on the edge. Not super steep. They're maybe only an inch tall, if that.
Mhm.
But they're flat on the top. Big fan of the terrain on display today.
Mhm.
Pretty nice all around.
Mm.
Like I've had a look at some of the other tables.
Okay. All right, Spider's coming in. I think he's got a trapped model up in the corner there. And the
There's
shield,
Fellowship dice
one
pulling
shieldy
through
boy.
there.
Who will win? 4 spiders and Spider Queen? Or one shieldy boy?
One shooty boy rolled a fat 6. So
One shieldy boy.
yeah.
There we go.
Imagine first stage bothering Demi as BG.
Well, I think I discussed this with our good friend Andrew Big. I think first aid would actually work best as like a War Master style uh, setup because you have these really epic armies, and it's pretty hard to replicate even in a War of the Ring setting.
Yeah, I mean I agree with that, but in the same vein, I'd most certainly uh, see Fingolfin versus it's Fingolfin versus Morgoth, right?
Yep, that's correct.
That would be sick.
Yeah,
So sick.
fight 20 Morgoth.
Yeah, you just use a D20 instead of a D6.
Yeah,
Just basically play Infinity, right?
yeah. Ooh, double roll.
I'd do Brown Dwarves. That'd be so sick.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Ooh,
that's 6.
big 6.
Second, Warrior of the Dead down.
Mhm.
Things looking dire.
Mhm.
Did the Goblin Scribe hit it? I see Grinner's gone.
Oh. All right, finally, Goblin is out fighting.
Oh, I like the change of dice here. The Fellowship dice have come out.
Yeah, that's right.
Now you know. Now you know it's serious when the Fellowship dice come out.
That's right. I think that's the Gandalf dice.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Ooh, double one.
Not when you're on level 1, say.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that'd be cool. Elrond Elros with a twins type rule set. Yeah. You
You
know,
know,
one's real strong, one's real elveny. fighty.
I really like the combat synergy that Gilly and Philly have, but in the same vein, because that's the same sort of thing. But I'm always surprised that it has to be base contact, right? Imagine if it was 3 inches, like, just swap with me from 3 inches away, like, huge.
Yeah, I guess. I think. I don't know. It's a weird rule. I'm not sure how I feel about it.
Combat synergy,
Yeah.
cool though.
Yeah.
I think it's cool. Functionally useless, but cool.
Well, yeah. Very niche, I would say, is how I describe that
Because it
rule.
doesn't even count as charging. If you do it.
Hmm. Yeah. If one profile was like better at combat, one's better at shooting, or like different situations, then maybe the combat synergy would be a good idea.
Yeah, like one of them's Floy and the other one's Gimli.
Yeah, perhaps. Yeah, maybe one has lots of attacks, one wins really well. You know, something like
Or
that.
one of them is like uber defensive. Yeah, we could do that. One has a like a burly two-hander, and the other one has a shield.
Hmm.
Do like the Ajax and what's Ajax like little brother out of Troy?
Asterix.
Yeah,
Oh no, I'm thinking of Asterix and whatever the
Obelix. No,
Obelisk. No,
no.
it could be like that too.
Yeah. Yes, but no.
Lots of attacks. Yep, I have triggered Paddy. Paddy is on a rampage right now.
Like Wags.
Lots of
Instantly,
attacks.
his Wag is prick up.
Yeah, his ears have pricked up because I said lots of attacks. Okay, so I think this next turn is going to seal the duel very soon. As long as the Goblin Town army doesn't break, I think it's going to be his game. However, if the breaks start happening, it's going to be tricky. He's dealing with
I
Courage 1
think
goblins.
goblins are broken.
Mm. Oh,
Broken.
ooh, that's very big. This is going to be very key. And John is on a timer now. He's only got so many courage tests that he can pass with Courage 1 and Courage 2 goblins. Especially on his that bottom side of the board where he's trying to score dominate the battlefield.
So both called a heroic move has won it.
Our aircon is kicked in quite nicely
So
with the
sick.
door closed. Okay, I think a heroic move has been called to maybe tag up some key models before John activates to start doing his standfasts.
Huh. So Kylie's comment. If Kylie's still with us, but I saw Kylie's comment on Facebook about Andros being first to win the wooden spoon. I see.
I love it. It's still doing. Is that Matt?
You could ask Matt if it is Matt.
Yeah, it's still doing. Oh, hello.
Hello.
Yes.
I wonder if Kylie passed on what I said about you earlier in the stream. I'm like, talking about how
Hey Matt, how you doing?
Victorians weren't here and you didn't have the chance to defend your title. I said, Eric brought up the point that I lost to you last year, and I'm like, yeah, Matt's in my book with grudges twice. Once for beating me and once for playing elves.
All right. We here in New South Wales, all jokes aside, we do look forward to seeing guys come up next year.
Yeah, spicy cough too, electric boogaloo.
Yeah, that's right. And defend your title, Matt, apparently.
Yeah. Well, we can't really say that this one's a fair year.
Yeah, that's true.
I do think it is kind of a wash that Victoria's not here. Um, who knows? Maybe next year we could see if we can get Queensland down as well. I mean,
Yeah,
last year's Masters had a few QRDs come down.
yeah.
It was very close to Lachlan's own tournament of Arta Unleashed, so it did kind of compete for a lot of people.
Yeah, but if we set it up
Big
right, we
ask.
could have a year long of good games and good laughs.
Yeah. Because last year's Masters was in January, wasn't it? Around this time last year.
Yeah, around that time, I think. Yep, that's the goal.
Well, yeah, especially if we're lucky and we get a new starter box tonight. Um, or an army book that everybody wants.
Yep, that's right. All right, some careful movement phase here from both Jack and John.
We chime into the
Yeah, let's
live mic and see what's coming through.
yeah.
Courage one.
Oh, I love that call, Courage One.
Courage won and loves it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hence the joke. That's what they both say. Yeah, it's cool. Get that out of the way. Let's go to William. Encourage system and charge the right. That's good. We've got some bad rolls out of the way. Let's. Yeah, that's
Oh, loves it.
That is a monster
big
charge.
monster roll.
Courage. I'll show you courage.
Yeah,
He is now.
he is the king.
He is the Goblin Sam.
In he goes. All right. Now the Goblin King technically can be a bit, he can put himself in a bit of a dangerous position because he doesn't yield the assassination point, but he will yield the headhunter point in the secondary section.
Is there VP for leaders in one as well?
Let's double check that. Even if it is, I don't think it's that much.
Beef. Bit. There is VP for leaders, but it's 1 to 2.
Yeah, so very small point swing there.
I think this match will really come down to whoever has assassination with the assassin. Might be Legolas
All
and
right, it
Stripe.
looks like the Army of the Dead, the Shieldy boy, is now paralyzed. Oh dear.
That one shorty boy.
Yeah.
he's put up with so much and now he's
Yeah.
gonna put up with some more.
Yeah, the paralyze is pretty big because I don't think he can shield anymore while being paralyzed. So actually no, he just straight up loses the fight. Yeah, not even relevant. Can't even use his shield. He just loses.
Watches the spiders fail to wound.
Double
Shorty
strikes.
boy. Shorty boy.
Double strikes re-rolling.
Shorty boy.
Or double strikes re-rolling ones, I think. Poison Fangs.
Bane of Kings or better.
Ooh, big roll. Just in with another goblin.
That's in combat. He's already supporting.
Automatically lose any duel unless joined by a friendly
That's right,
battle.
yeah. And counts as prone or counts as trapped, yeah.
I don't even know if that's a fair statement. I think it just counts as dead.
Hey, he's still defense 8.
Yeah, he shield ain't just for looks, right?
Yeah, that's right. Alright, the spiders are coming in for a flanky boy charge.
Yeah,
Okay.
now that the goblins are broken, do you know what I think one of the biggest struggles maybe is actually securing those table quarters? Because the longer the game goes on, the more likely one of those models are to run off, and that's one less model that he has to score that secondary.
Yep, that's right. Alright, courage tests coming in to charge things. No, not quite.
Sorry, down courage 3. Oh, yeah. Sorry, yeah, no.
Well, the Spider Queen sounds like she makes it.
There's all these sixes, guys.
Yeah, no, she's courage 4.
There's all these sixes. There's 1-4 all because I don't like.
Also, next year, Masters, I suspect most people will be road tripping, given all the airfares would be skyrocketing in terms of COVID-related issues. I think my friend normally attaches a plane between Singapore and Hong Kong. Usually, what was it, like $400 or $500? It's now close to the 3K mark.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
That seems pretty turbo.
Yeah.
I mean, from a business point of view, I don't think they would do that once interstate flights start up again.
Hmm.
I suspect such a large portion of their fleet effectively mothballed from flying international.
Yeah.
They might just look to drive as much traffic as they can.
Yeah, domestically.
Yeah,
So yeah, fingers crossed, it'll be
just drive
reasonable.
the prices down.
If not, you guys can, catch a train, ride a horse.
Yeah, just take a boat.
Yeah,
Like, I
take a
don't know.
boat.
I mean, hey, we could just
Commando roll.
we could maybe zoom our games, you know.
All right, let's have a time check. We're just under an hour with 52 minutes remaining.
Yeah, I mean, Frodo made it to Mordor in what, like 3 days, right? Eric is looking at me. He's still looking at me.
3 days of movie time.
Why didn't they just take the Eagles to Mordor?
Oh no. Oh no.
Get off the stream!
Yep. We'll see you next year, Matt.
Journey was long and arduous.
Yeah. Take an extra wheel.
He will take the ring. I will take the ring to Mordor.
Matt will take the ring back to New South Wales
Yeah.
on a unicycle.
Yeah. Hey, you know what, Matt? There's a new Numenorian crown here as the Masters Trophy this year. I saw it earlier.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right.
Yeah. So what that means is next year you can come here and bring yours, and then you can also bring like an Andoril with you and be like, there could only be one, and just have a Highlander moment, and just like,
Yeah. And you can fight the other king.
yeah.
Yeah.
But then, who would be Rudar?
Brudar. I
Yeah.
thought this. Okay. Mid-tournament duel to the death. I think duel for models, man. Whoever loses has to put their army in the bin.
Wow, I was gonna go with maybe they could just take off the crown, but all right.
No, that's a bit too harsh.
It remind me never to duel you.
It's
Hey,
too harsh than death.
yeah, death is better than that, right?
Okay, we've got some.
I mean, here in Archon games, there are multiple swords floating around. There's a Frostman on the wall. There's I don't know what you want to call it. What's Jon Snow's sword called? Longclaw, right?
Yeah, Longclaw.
Longclaw's floating over there as well.
Yeah, got Longclaw. We've got this Assassin's Creed character with 6 weapons, including a
Twi'lek
tomahawk.
girl on the wall.
Yeah, also has weapons.
She is a weapon.
Yeah, and then we've got a Naboo Starfighter on the wall as well. Very cool. Oh yeah, that's true. You could, then Matt being south, he could be, the line of Venerian, and then we have the line of Isildur here up here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you could just have the loser is Avadui, and we pushed him off a boat. Yeah.
All right, let's have a look at this game. The Army of the Dead has swung back round and met the Goblins head on. Goblin King.
King's being caught there down the back. I think it's just a one-on-one though.
Yeah, I think that's a bit of a tactical play there to kind of pivot on that point. So the Goblin
Like a
King is
Rider of the Dead who caught the unit.
yeah. Yeah, there's still a lot of goblins to chew through, with more coming onto the board with the Goblin Scribe.
Rolls like that, I don't think he's going to get through much, let's
Ouch.
be real.
Yeah, the wound rolls have been pretty low, especially when you're winning. You know, Courage 1 goblins. Thanks, Matt. We'll catch you next time, and don't worry, these will all be VOD, so you can catch up on the finals game, which is right after this.
See you soon. If not, we'll see you face to face in next year. Just don't bring a spicy cough.
Yeah, please, no spicy cups.
Yeah. Ref, no spice.
Yes.
Spider Queen here coming in hot. 4 dice versus 3 dice there. Mix up because they're both using the same dice there, so
Oh,
there's been a bit of confusion there, but it looks like
they're gonna do
the Spider Queen lost.
yeah. It's a re-roll.
Ah, right.
Yeah, so the Spider Queen does win it
I
on
like
the
how they
6th.
both caved and started using
Alright,
the
first
same
set of strikes
dice, yeah.
wins. Yeah, both of them opted to go for the OP Fellowship dice there.
All good, Kylie. Thanks for stopping in. Always appreciate your insight. It's great to have you around. Drive safe. We'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, and hopefully, if you can catch the finals game, which is coming out in about 20 minutes. Oh, not 20 minutes, at least an hour and a half, actually. What am I doing?
Probably a while.
Yeah, so either way, it'll be voted, and
Dinner time viewing.
we'll be around for quite a while. Thank you.
Thanks, Kylie.
Again, thanks for the follow, guys. We
Really
will,
appreciate it, guys.
yeah.
This is our first. When we are looking at, we have been discussing it for a while, but we were approached and we kind of jumped at the opportunity to do so. We're looking at getting some more of these on a regular basis going on.
All right, rolls a 6. The dreaded 6, and off he goes. That's another goblin dead.
Just a quick discussion here of the breakdowns of the combats, making sure that they know
What the
where the strikes
allocations
are going.
Yeah. Oh.
These dice are so gross. I do like how they've both should be like maximum power everybody on gross dice.
Hey, they've been winning fights, but the wound rolls haven't been super great. So
You know what would be winning rolls here? Dwarves, reroll ones. See a lot of ones, you know.
That's right. Oh,
Fellowship dice.
Fellowship. The tactical switch to the Gandalf dice.
This is the real strategy right here. Choosing which dice to roll at what time.
Yes. Yeah. Not about strategy. Not about army comp. Not about decision making. Well, there is one decision: is when to switch out dice.
Yes.
Oh, forgot the
Or
5.
which dice to use.
Yeah.
Shit.
And with that, we'll just dial back into the audio of the game.
Dead. Yes, now broken. Yeah, that's good. Yep.
So I'm gonna cast this.
So the king.
Here?
Yeah. So it's yeah. So that's a barricade. That's 5 3.
cards. Oh, okay. Oh, like the Herald shot, that one being off the top. So,
Four currently, then a reroll. Which is six. He's got 5.
so you rolled 6. Yeah, cool.
So in the ways. One goes through. Yeah, hitting Captain Bar. Let's try that again. It's a 1, so it's
Okay, yeah.
go.
Sweet. Done.
As you say, it's not like that. Herald on left. 5 currently, then reroll. 3. So still 5. Depending on 5. 5 will do it. And my poor horsey about to meet his face.
Maybe. There we go. 2s and 1s.
Cool. 2. Sorry, I keep missing the. Cool. Oh, we did that one.
Oh yeah.
Oh, no, you so you're not broken.
Yes.
So start the party phase, party. So at the end.
So you can drop your parallax.
Oh, okay. How's that? Just roll 6 or whatever.
Yeah, if you roll d6 and on a 6 you recover.
Alright, we've got priority being rolled for the next turn. Alright, it switches to Jack. Right, John is contemplating on whether if he's going to call a heroic. Alright, John has called a heroic move, and Aragorn has countered. And it goes to the evil side, so John has first activation on the heroic move. From the captain, actually. So let's see if he actually stays on the board. He's going to stand fast. Oh, big roll. That's very key. So catching a lot of goblins there. Well, hopefully catching a lot of goblins after his move. Alright, so that's a very key stand fast from the Goblin Mercenary Captain. Now he's gotten past one set of courage tests. Now he's got to go for another set of courage tests while charging the Army of the Dead. So he's actually opted to not quite charge any of the Army of the Dead, just creating a little bit of a screen. I think that's probably the best move. Alright, he's going for the first charge of the turn. Hoping to lock him down. Ooh, not quite. Very close. Alright, so Goblin King is A-OK, still in the game. He's also caught some spiders, I think, at the back. And we're just under the 40-minute mark. So we're kind of seeing the late stages of the game here. It's very surprising to see how long Goblin Town's actually managed to stay on the board with, an army that wounds them on 3s. Oh, Golem is... Ooh, okay. Goblin passes his courage test to stay on the board, but doesn't quite make the charge. All right. I think he's going to swing the Bat Swarm in very soon. All right, Bat Swarm is tagged the Aragorn, shutting off that heroic move.
Sorry about that. I forgot to put in my timesheet for work and needed to fill it out.
It's all good. I believe the stream so far didn't say they missed you. Okay. This is a very careful turn, I think, from John, because I think one fatal
Thanks,
mistake.
Haha, suck it, Chug.
User has been banned from the channel. Right, Jack is now completing the rest of his moves, as he does have priority. He's going to try and see if he can chop through all those remaining goblins. Okay, Aragorn is tied up with the Bat Swarm.
Terror test charging the G unit. Doesn't even matter.
Yeah, I think these Courage 5 Warriors of the Dead, so not even an issue.
Charge. Baby, don't hurt me.
Right, now that we're coming to the close of the one of the round 3 games, who do you reckon will be on top table? So the current table we have here is 1 win, 1 loss.
Alexa versus Coleman currently, right? If we
Yeah,
look to
and we also have Liam playing
Dragon.
playing Adrian, yes.
Ah,
Yeah, Dragon v Balrog or Corsairs versus Angmar. I think we're probably looking at the outcome of those tables being determining
I
the finals.
wouldn't be unsurprised to see Alexa do very well, to be honest.
Yeah? Do you think he's going to pull a hat trick essentially and upset Coleman?
Coleman said he gave him a run for his money with Black Riders.
That's true. Coleman
He's running
did...
Angmar now, which is a very different army.
Yeah.
It is also Coleman's favourite,
Mm-hmm.
so he'll be kiting him, but the crossbows are a little feral.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
And so there is that. He can't really kite them out because the crossbows will probably kill them faster than throwing spears.
Yes, and also all those throwing weapons going into the soft defense 4 defense
Yeah,
5 targets as well.
I can't imagine Coleman would let Alexa get within 6 throw them unless it's at -1.
Yeah, it is also an assassination mission, so kills doesn't really matter if Angmar can assassinate the main target.
Who would Coleman pick? He's got Gulliver, and he's got Captain. He'll probably pick Gulliver as both his assassin.
Oh, definitely the assassin, I would say.
Yeah, definitely the assassin. Maybe the Orc Captain on Wag as the oh no, because Alexa can pick the target, right?
Yes.
He'd probably pick Gulliver as well and just be like, oh, just kill it.
Yeah, possibly.
The most turbo, he knows it's going to be flying in, so he has to kill it.
Yeah, he's probably has the highest chance to actually kill it.
Yeah.
Out of all the Corsair heroes, he's probably going to pick one of the, I would say maybe Bosun. He is the
Yeah.
squishiest of them all.
He's definitely up there on the target
Yeah.
priority because you want
And
the bosons to explode.
yeah, he does need the Bosun quite close to the lines to keep those Reavers in check, so
Yep.
he can't quite hide it either. Then we've got the Dragon versus Liam. Breathe Fire against a Balrog, being immune to fire. I think it's a big deal.
He will get the. I think he can get the dragon into himself, right?
That's right.
Yeah. Look, money's probably on Liam there. Liam is a
Expert.
very experienced tournament player.
Yeah.
Moria is his thing.
Yes.
He is well known for playing Moria. Andreas had his first win actually of the Masters. Just beat Luke Marziano.
All right. So he, according to Kylie, tanked his own win condition of winning the wooden spoon.
Yeah, I guess he's going home having won nothing. Oh, what spice! I can hear him coming now.
Yep, enjoy that one. Sorry, Andres. Maybe. Okay. Let's dial back into the game here. Looks like the Army of the Dead is slowly punching their way through. The right of the Dead is again still into the Goblin King.
Goblin King. So, in my head, that song had actually something along like Dancing Queen, young and sweet, only 17.
But with Goblin King.
Yeah.
Young
But
and
I'm like,
sweet.
Goblin King, young and sweet, only 17. Ooh. It's just like, oh no, cheeks gonna clap. Oh, God.
Oh no!
I need an adult.
That's a terrifying sight.
And a terrifying thought.
Yes.
That is just not coming off. Surprised he's still alive after botch early no fate, you know.
Looks like the Bat Swarm is slain. Andrew has hopped through that Bat Swarm.
Paddy, you don't even know the dead eyes that Eric has right now.
Yeah. Excellent. I think that's the goal of the stream. Just get Abba stuck in your
Oh,
head.
we can fix that.
You know what would be more impressive is if you actually knew the lyrics to that song.
Yeah, look, there's a level of dwarfism I'm not quite ready to go to just yet. That is down there.
I'm pretty sure that's a medical condition.
Sorry?
Dwarfism is pretty sure that's a medical condition.
Yes.
All right. Four high.
Do you know what I think might be the next reasonable purchase? Is the Dream deck.
Yeah, definitely. We can do
Got the
some
camera
sick
stuff.
transitions
Yeah.
and stuff like that on a whim.
Oh, cameras galore.
Yeah. Look, we definitely, this setup is not the most ideal as it's more of a mobile setup, so we couldn't quite get access to things like multiple cameras. But ideally in the future we will have some sort of studio setup where it's a bit more sort of consistent. Okay. The king currently is winning the fight. And John is in the think tank.
How are we going for time? I think we're last half an hour.
Yep, I think we're...
Last half an hour? Oh, I was in within 5 seconds.
Yeah.
How good am I? Gentlemen, you have your last half an hour.
Yeah,
I'd love to have a little Go. We discussed
yeah,
a GoPro and a selfie stick.
yeah,
Kind of get it in, and a mini tripod.
yeah. Look,
Um,
a interview cam for other games would be absolutely awesome as well. We would need some sort of wireless setup for that, because otherwise we'd have to have a wide GoPro walking around. Not ideal, but I wonder if there's a way to tap a phone into that. But that's more tech.
why mics aren't very expensive? I've
The streaming video wireless to the stream
oh yeah,
on a GoPro.
we'll work it out.
Yeah, we'll work it out. Sure, I'm sure there is a solution to that.
Just take a
Probably
camera,
involving money.
even a wide camera. Did you know, Eric? Did you know that money can be exchanged for goods and services? Did you know that?
Yes.
Excellent. Money can be exchanged for goods and services. That is
Yes.
how economy works.
All right. Thank you very much for the insight there.
Well, you see, you take the money and give it to someone else and say, "Please give me this instead. I will exchange you this monetary value for equivalent value."
All right. So the Goblin King won the fight. And he lives.
Yeah, still a lot of Army of the Dead alive. They are kind of disappearing a little bit into the table there. They're just that green, I guess that green ghosty color
Mm.
meshes in a little bit into the grass.
hmm Ooh, double six for the kill. Oh no, in the way. Sorry.
Oh, big one, double one.
hmm
You go 1-5. I think you'll fight 3. Yes.
There it is.
All right. As Spider drops. Oh, 6 to win the fight there. From a Spider.
Yeah, she does it.
And that's a dead boy.
Oh, that's right. So there are no wounds on those two. And then I'm looking for a 6 on these. No, cool. Oh yeah, you check in the end phase. So when we get to the end phase, you can just check in the top.
So what is that?
After this, no, after the turn.
Oh, actually, let's check.
Yeah.
So you 3 on what?
This would be
Yeah, I think you went into Goblin one.
Yeah,
the other one. Yeah, so cool.
assassination.
Yeah, for some moment.
Gotta be
All right,
Big
Goblins
rolls.
win it. Even after the banner reroll.
Reaching for a flat 6. Here we go. 6 to fly for. Gets him.
Oh, 6 and 6 and a 6. Spicy roll. That was really
That's
good.
hot rolling. Let's be real. All about the rolling technique.
Yeah, it's all about the flick in the wrist and
Who
the
needs
strength
strategy?
in the heart.
Yeah. Yes. 100%. It's all about your determination and the power of friendship.
Yes,
Your ability
right.
to never give up.
that's right.
Always dig deeper because you believe in your friends.
Yes, and they believe in you. Can we get some friendships in chat, please?
F is for friendship.
Just for friendship.
If the game ends. Game ends.
Oh, game is complete. All right. All right, looks
See.
like game has concluded, and it's time to calculate
Let's
those.
chime in so we can get their scores.
Yeah.
Turn it up.
All right, we're just dialing in to calculate the scores there.
Bonus points. How many heroes did I kill? You got.
Oh, you know, but on it's bad.
2 heroes. What were your quarters?
Yeah.
7 foot
Okay,
back.
We've both got 7 points.
so 7. Let's do dice. So we'll dice it out. So we both got 7. Yep.
Both getting 7.
Wow. Got the assassin target.
Yeah.
Both got 7.
Very plucky.
One more one's gonna be, if I didn't kill the Goblin King, so I get 1.
1 for leader.
Mhm.
And then
None.
I'm broken and you're broken. So I get 3. So you'll be 5.
3 for
Ooh,
being
I mean-
unbroken.
It's kind of like 7 to 9.
Bro.
I
have 7 to 10 here.
Bonus points?
11 to 7. Sorry. Yeah. 11 to 7.
And bonus points over here.
Yep.
So I got 3 for keeping my 45% of my force alive.
Yep.
And I got 2 for headhunter.
Yep.
And what did you get? So you get
5 for us.
I can get 3.
Mhm.
Cool. What's the other one?
And then so I get 3 for that one, and then I chose keep my 3 heroes, keep up to 3 heroes alive, which I did, so I get 3 each for those.
6.
And 6. And I got a 5. But so total scores were 14 to 11.
Okay.
14 to 7.
14-7.
Might double
Right.
check that. It might be 13.
Yep.
We'll triple check that. But give me 1 second. I'll go and check.
Yeah, because you got 6, and then 5.
6 and then 5. Yeah. And then 5.
11, you got 5, so 6. Sorry, you're at 16.
I'm at 16, sorry. I'm not 16.
No,
No, that's 9, 10, 17, 14.
You got 7 for your full VP, right?
Oh, no, sorry, you're right.
yeah.
It should be 14. You got 7 for full VP, 1
7.
for winning enemy leader,
And then 11.
3 for
Being broken.
unbroken, 5 on your secondaries. You got all your assassination points. Didn't get enemy leader, any wins.
No, so it's 17, 13.
No, 14-7. Oh no, that's 6. I can't do maths. Sorry, that's that's a 13. I don't think I had it in there.
Yeah, so I'm on 13, because I'm on 7 and 8.
Eleven.
Yeah, 16. No, it's 13 and you're on 17.
Yeah, 5. Yeah, 14. Where am I getting
14, sorry.
All right. Getting some scores getting mixed up here.
Drawn on primaries. We can't do maths. It's like count.
Maximum points for 4 bonus points as well.
Yeah, so I got 15. Oh, sorry, 14. So I got 9 for the VPs and then 5 for the bonuses.
Yeah.
Yes.
7.
Plus 6.
Yeah, 13. It's 14, 13.
14, 13. That was pretty close.
Wow, really close. Especially after the secondaries. It looks like the scores are
This room is where strange things happen.
14-13. Let's get a confirm on that. 14-13, is that correct? Wow, just 1 point difference. Really close game.
So yeah, that's quite good. Oh, yeah, we both got our.
Sacrifice
Good arrows after.
I was really hoping to get one guy. We seriously can't. It can't be 14, 13. I'm like looking and I'm like, that's more than 7. It's 16.
No.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think I haven't broken yet.
Yeah.
Because it's
7,
But
7,
you kept saying
1,
9,
1,
and I was
3,
like,
5.
oh, it
Yeah,
has to be 11.
7, 1, 3, 5.
so 11. I got 11 victory points.
Yes.
Yeah, I missed 1.
You only got 1.
Yeah, I got 7. 16.
16.
We're so good at
You got 7. 1, 7.
I'd like to point out that it has taken at least 5 minutes to figure out what the score is.
And then 5 bonus victory points.
16 to 13.
16 on the dot.
And 13 so good.
16 out of 18. Back 13.
It's pretty good. We did well.
So the score is 16. All right, score is 16-13, guys. We've finally got there in the end. Jeez. All right, we're cracking open the chips, boys. I'm good. All right. Yes, Army of the Dead did manage to win that. Return of the King has gotten the win. Really close game. I think it really came down to the game length. John managed to get a really big advantage in the beginning, and he played it perfectly by popping up that Goblin Mercenary point. But as soon as the Army of the Dead swung around, started chomping through all those goblins, it really swung it back.
Paragon came for Grinner. I was like, Grinner must be the target, because obviously Aragon.
That's what I was doing, yeah. And I had
And then when I went ham with the king on the herald, I was like,
oh yeah. So once I realized, okay, he can't move anymore, I was trying to bait.
All right, let's delve into some of the discussion there.
Shit more than us to go.
Fun though. It's
I'm gonna try and
Legolas was useful. He wasn't useful. He got rid of all the might on the wheel. It was fine. He's gonna die, so like. Well,
I spent it all just to get those 7 big pigs.
I mean, that's worth it. Yeah.
And I was just hoping that, yeah, it wasn't.
The king dead.
Yeah, I was just hoping that it was the target. Yeah.
what am I doing?
That's it. Well, logically, it should be.
So we're gonna jump down one at a time.
He must be moving again.
Because I knew it was moving in the mid one. So I was like, I'll make it look like
Let's start. So 3 inches.
30 play with it.
Yeah.
That's okay, yeah, that's a good part. It's fun. Here's like, let's make this the target. Cool. Well, you can piss off some spiders while I do with these guys.
All right. Now that we actually have a bit of time, let's get some of the players on stream to have a chat about how they think their games went. Get Jack. All right, take a seat. All right, we've got Jack, the winner of the round 3 against Jack. Hello, welcome to the stream, Jack. Oh, there we go.
Oh, hello.
All right,
There we
we've
go.
got
Hello,
the
hello.
audio there. Welcome to the
Thank
stream,
you.
Jack.
Yeah, it's good to be here.
Yeah, and how'd you think you went?
That was quite fun. I mean,
Yeah.
regardless of the points, we had a good time. So, fun. I think I may have abused the sixes a bit too much. I've got a lot of sixes there.
Yeah.
Especially in the early game, and it just, yeah, like we were talking about that just then actually, where it's getting that assassination early. Grinny was in the back, and I just consistently kept winning fights. And can see my favorite model. I love it.
Yeah, the Pirate King there.
He's
That's awesome.
beautiful. He's a lovely
Yeah.
model. But yeah, I just consistently kept winning fights and breaking through, and I just swung in with the king. So cheeky little thing we did there. Turn 2, I charged Grinna, who was my target with Aragorn, and it threw him off, and he thought, oh, Grinna must not be the target.
Very
And
cool.
He switched it out, and then
Yeah.
the king combated into him. So I think that
Yeah.
was quite fun and a bit cheeky. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was a good game, definitely.
Yeah, I really like that that little turn in advance sort of play there. That was really cool. I think what was interesting is to see the placement of Legolas in the. I think you had him in the little tower there.
Yes.
Yeah, and John made a big play, pushing up the board and
Oh, yeah,
kind of
that's it.
screening him out, and then popping the Goblin mercenaries right on the terrain piece there. That was really cool to watch.
Definitely, yeah. It's going to give
seeing
you a
you
buffer
guys
between.
slog it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a good buffer between me and the king, because he kind of ran away, make sure I didn't get the kill in the end, which I didn't.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I probably shouldn't have placed Legolas there, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I completely forgot that his last warband was the Spider Queen.
Yeah, and which can kind of move through all that terrain
yeah, and I was
just
like,
with impunity.
Yeah, so I
but-
was like,
Yeah.
that part's over, so I'm just like, I'll just
Yeah.
burn all my might away,
Yeah.
make it work for it, and
Look-
keep her busy for a few turns. So.
Yeah, look, in the end, I think the resilience of Army of the Dead really pushed through.
That is their key point. So they're no more than one trick pony, but they're they're hard to get into and they're hard to kill.
Yeah, yeah.
They're 15 points a model, so it's
Mhm.
they're
Yeah,
expensive to take them, but do they do well?
yeah. Did the Herald manage to survive in the end, I think?
What, sorry?
The Herald?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Herald got killed in the
Oh,
end.
okay,
but,
yep.
He lasted a while. Like he took 2 beatings from the
Yeah.
Goblin King before
I
dying.
really like the Herald profile, having that a lot of my points.
It's really fun to use.
Yeah.
So I originally played the first heat with 2 Heralds and the King.
Yeah.
However, I think that Army of the Dead on their own aren't versatile enough to be competitive. Because you've got no shooting, you've got those might through will points, which can be step will, they can kill the Heralds first, and then the King's on his own.
Yeah.
You've got that extra generation of might from Aragorn, you get the shooting from Legolas, you've got those like honesty shots that make them come to you. It's just far more competitive and far more tricks in the bag to play competitively. So.
Yeah, great, yeah. Look, thanks for coming on the stream, Jack.
Yeah, it's good, it's
that
good,
was a
good.
really cool game to watch. We'll get John on the
Yeah.
stream and to have another chat as
Sounds
well.
good. Thanks, guys.
And
Thanks
then
for
we'll
watching.
go into the finals. All right. All right, we've got John coming in on the stream. Take a seat, John. Wow, what a game. That was really fun to watch, I have to say. It's probably one of my favorite games of the day. I think one of the cool things to see was how you played the Goblin Town against such a scary army. You know, you've got Harbinger, you've got terror models, and I think you did a incredibly good job, and it reflects in the scores. How do you feel after the game?
Good. It's always a fun game. Goblin Town is pretty fun. It's got, I guess it's it's a bit more fun because I've added in the monsters and gone the yellow light, so you got to get a bit more tricks rather than just kind of trying to swarm the board. But against the Army of the Dead, I've found that, and playing in the past with this force, you got to deploy and take the charge. It's just unfortunate in turn 1 and turn 2, Jack just rolled pretty much 6s for every combat.
Yeah,
So
I did witness that.
even you just win the combat. You don't even wound them back. You just don't die. It didn't happen.
Right.
As my lines went. So
Yeah.
it went a bit too quick, and I didn't have time to kind of
Yeah,
slow
well,
it down.
yeah, like I can definitely see that strategy there where, as you said, you use your spear supports to kind of just stay in the game, and then when you need that emergency warband, which you deployed with your Goblin Captain, it was really cool to see as well. You rebuff your lines, but yeah, you probably like maybe two turns away from staying in the game. But again, really close fight. I really love to see the Spider Queen going for that cheeky flank right across that building there, going straight for the assassination target. I think that was the assassination target, was
Yes.
Legolas?
Yep.
Yeah.
So my assassin was the queen, and the
Yeah,
target was Legolas.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I think most people on the stream predicted that as well, being the most probable outcome. Queen being the assassin, Legolas the target.
Yep.
Yeah, it was really cool to see how you set up those charge lanes to receive that swing around from Jack as well. I think everyone on the stream was really happy to see that.
Because you can't rely on the charges because
Yeah,
of your
that's right.
courage against the terror causing. So you have to play the game in opposite rather than kind of setting up the lanes for yourself to charge. You got to set up the lanes to be charged.
Yep.
So you can maximize the spear supports and the combat spread.
Yeah, that's right. And you kind of create this little bubble. That was really awesome to see as well. So yeah, great games and exciting stuff to see what your matchups are going into the final round. On stream, we will have the top table from what I understand. I don't think we've got any other information from the other games other than I think Andreas has won his game against Luke. So he has successfully avoided the wooden spoon. Wow, all right.
Yes.
Balrog has defeated the dragon.
Yes.
Wow, I think it's going to be Liam versus whoever's coming out of Coleman versus I think it's Alexa with the Corsairs. All right, thanks for coming on the stream, John. Good luck with the rest of the games, and I hope you had a lot of fun. It was really fun to have you on stream as well.
Thanks, Eric. That was great.
Yeah, all right, thanks.
Okay.
Okay, guys, we're probably going to go on a break. Probably, I would say another 20-minute break, and I think you guys are almost time. You've got 10 minutes. Yeah. All right, we're probably going on a break, and we'll be right back. Thanks, guys.